Hello, everyone. The month of love is just around the corner, and here at Midwest Matchmaking, we want to help you celebrate whether you are single or in a relationship. Before I get into how we are going to be celebrating, though, I wanted to go over some things that are happening around here. First things first, I want to kind of introduce you to a new client that I have. She just came in the other day, and I'm really excited to begin matching her. She's going to be a great catch. She is living here in Omaha, and she's in her late 40s. She's divorced, has one child that she has split custody of, and she is looking for a Christian man between the ages of 42 to 55. Her faith is very important to her, so someone who attends church religiously would be a really good fit for her. She's also looking for humble, smart, creative, goal-oriented. And then she's pretty introverted. She appreciates her kind of alone time and independence. So if they are more on the extroverted side, not like overly so, as that kind of tends to overwhelm her a little bit. If you think you might be a good fit for her, you can go ahead and message us here. Or you can also fill out one of the free member profiles that we have on MidwestMatchmaking.com. So the next thing I wanted to do was go over just like some recent date feedback we've had, and then we've also been checking in with some of our couples, and I wanted to go over some updates that they've given us as well. So first of all, I will go over this is like a newer couple, so not exclusive yet. This is more just like date feedback. They are both on hold as they've asked to focus on each other, but like I said, not exclusive yet, just kind of taking the time to really get to know each other before they take that next step. So she emailed her matchmaker, and she told him, "I really enjoy spending time with M. He's thoughtful and funny, and his humor comes from a place of having been through some tough stuff. He's respectful and kind. I initially had some reservations, but I feel really safe when I'm with him, and also enjoy that he has a strong presence. He's motivated to take care of himself, and he loves his job. He's great at adulting and is on top of his stuff." The first date, he really opened up, and I felt like I just wanted to keep chatting with him. And then they had a second date as well. So she says, "Second date was awesome. Dinner in the board game place was a great idea. I laughed for 4 hours straight. I love that he is so open, and I liked that he kissed me at the end of the night." And then she also goes on just talking about this match and how she did have those reservations about him at first, but at the end thanks her matchmaker and says, "He's a great guy, and I'm happy you pushed me out of my comfort zone." A lot of times we do have to push people outside of their comfort zone a little bit. You know, people come here and they've been dating the same type of person over and over again and just aren't sure why things aren't working out. So we always try to encourage our clients to think outside the box a little bit when it comes to their matches. Like, there's a reason we're sending you who we're sending you. Either it's because we know this person and we know more about their personality than their profile shows, or because we just have a feeling that it's a great match, as was the case with this one. So there's a reason that your type didn't work out in the past. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're sent profiles who don't look like someone you might normally meet. So we kind of look forward to seeing how that relationship progresses. Speaking of relationships, this next email comes from a couple who has been dating. It will be just 6 months in February. So she says, "We are both doing really well. We love spending every waking moment with each other. We are pretty much seeing each other every night and all weekend long. We could not be more happy with each other, and since we bring so much joy and happiness to the relationship." She has introduced him to so many foods, and he has introduced her to a lot of science fiction. She says she loves his cheesy jokes, and she has also had to start watching what she says in front of him. So that's really exciting. These two people, they're both in their early 30s. They had both been members for a little while before they were matched, which does sometimes happen, as we really like to get to know a person as they date and get feedback from them and about them, and then decide who to send over next. Just because, you know, a person could come in here and talk to their matchmaker and kind of say whatever they wanted, but at the end of the day, we don't date these people, so it is a little bit tougher for us to see how they would be like in a relationship or on a date. And that's why it sometimes takes a little bit longer to figure out who is the perfect match for someone. But like I said, they have been dating about 6 months, and it seems things are going really well. So we love catching up with them and kind of hearing what's new in their relationship, what they've discovered about each other that they like, or maybe that they're struggling with, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for them. This next one is from a couple. They've been dating probably about 3 months. They met right before the holidays. So she is in her late 40s. He's in his early 50s. And she emailed her matchmaker a quick update. She says, "We love spending time together and definitely have fun. We get along well with each other's friends." She says that she's taking it slow with her kids and has not yet introduced him to her kids. She is not quite ready for that hurdle, as she knows it's going to introduce some different dynamics to the relationship, but she does see things progressing seriously, so she hopes to do that in the future. We actually work with a lot of single parents, and this is something that we hear often, is that they like to take things slow. They don't want to jump into anything and introduce their kids to someone else. And usually they come in here and they are concerned that their matches might not understand that. But since we do work with a lot of single parents, most of them seem to understand that taking things slow and only introducing someone to your kids when you know that you are both in it for the long haul is really for the better of the couple, and then also for the better of the kids as well. The next couple, these two also more of a short-term couple right now. If you belong to our email list, you would have actually seen an email about them just a couple weeks ago. He is a CEO of a company. The email was titled "A CEO's Last First Date" because he met this girl. They are kind of head over heels for each other right now, and neither one of them see the relationship ending anytime soon. So she was actually his first date. He was one of Courtney, the owner's clients, and Courtney knew right after meeting him that our client, we'll call her M, was going to be an awesome fit for him. She couldn't wait to match them. So they met. He was her third date, and she was his first through Omaha Love. So she emailed an update just today, and she said, "Things are going great. Jay and I just went to Mexico for a long weekend. I know I still have 10 months left on my membership, but I don't foresee myself needing it." So that's exciting. The first big trip together is always interesting. Just to see, it's kind of since you don't live together yet, but you guys are spending so much time together on vacation, it's kind of a good little test run for how living together might be. The last thing I wanted to touch on before I got into celebrating the month of February, our favorite month here, was feedback that I don't usually share, but it is important to mention. So we had 2 clients who just went on their second and third date over the weekend. So he really liked her. He said on paper she was exactly what he wanted. He saw her profile, thought she was going to be a perfect fit, was super excited about meeting her. The first date went well. There wasn't the fireworks that he was expecting. Still wanted to give it another shot because he kept going back to her profile. She looked exactly how he pictured his partner would look, and then everything she said, he just felt like they had a lot in common. So on paper, a really awesome match, which he mentioned in his profile, and their matchmakers kind of saw as well, but there just wasn't any chemistry. So they went on that second and third date this weekend. He really wanted there to be some chemistry, but just couldn't fake it, which you shouldn't do anyways. But just goes to show that just because someone has a profile that might look like a perfect fit for you doesn't mean they are. And then on the other hand, someone might have a profile that you're just kind of so about, don't really see that you guys have anything in common, or don't really feel any chemistry from looking at their picture. Always meet them in person and give them a shot and see what might come from meeting them in person. You know, people are just so much more than their one-dimensional profile shows. So Now on to more fun stuff as far as celebrating February. So for singles, if you haven't already signed up for Flirt Fest, our biggest event of the year, that one is less than 2 weeks away. We do have limited spacing there. It's at the Upstream in downtown Omaha. And we usually have around 80 to 100 people attend. So this is a really fun event. We'll probably do like an icebreaker there, and then it's just mingling. Your ticket includes an appetizer and some drinks as well. So be sure to check that one out. I'll post a link to it in the caption, or you can also check it out at midwestmatchmaking.com. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was if you're in a relationship, we're going to be celebrating you this month as well with a little giveaway. So stay tuned to our Facebook page, but the gist of the competition will be you will send in a picture of you and your Valentine, and then let us know what your favorite thing about your Valentine is. We will be posting these on our social media, and then around Valentine's Day, we will hold a drawing for everyone that entered, and you'll get dinner out on us, and you will also get a discount from a local salon here if you want to go and like primp before your date. So stay tuned for that. That one, it's not just for people in a relationship. If you are spending Valentine's Day with one of your single friends or a single family member or your kiddos or whatever else, we would love for you to enter as well. So like I said, stay tuned for that. Check out Flirt Fest on our midwestmatchmaking.com/events. And then if you are interested in the client that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we would love for you to message us here. Have a good rest of your Monday.